Sam is a 12-year-old girl who's struggled at school, and she's been in intervention for a good few months. But we've got her out of intervention now, which is very nice to see. Not being good for a long time carries a price to self-esteem and does some damage to a person's personality, especially a young person with not much resilience and a much smaller base of experience to integrate new experiences into. So she can be difficult to work with because she gets fed up when she can't do things and she gets bored. So it's been a learning curve on how to do the very best I can with her. Anyway, but I had a particularly good session with her yesterday. One of the problems she struggles with is English when asked to write something. She writes tiny pieces, so I might give her 300 words and she might write 70 or 80 words, and she just couldn't think of anything else to write. So today we did something on essay planning, and normally it would be something I'd pick up later. But in this case, she really just struggled to write anything. So we did essay planning on my whiteboard, which always adds interest. I like the coloured pens and the whiteboard. And we needed to find a topic that would interest her, because we can work on fair trade, banana growing, or Brazilian coffee or whatever. But why not pick something that really energizes the children? And in my experience, a few things generally energize the children. One is their favorite junk food. I'll talk at length on that. Another one is their favorite YouTube watching. That will really get them going if they're allowed to watch YouTube. It's normally PewDiePie or rappers or a certain sport or fast cars, something like that, but something for them. And the third thing which will really get them going is their experiences at school, and especially what they think the school is doing wrong. So we keep it civilized and productive, but this is the one that Sam chose yesterday. So she picked a particular teacher. We'll call him Mr. C, and we planned out, you're going to write a piece on Mr. C, and we expanded it to be life, a day in the classroom of Mr. C, and we started out, I drew a mind map with Mr. C in the middle, and actually I got her to draw the mind map, Mr. C in the middle, and we thought about bubbles as satellites around what aspects of Mr. C could we write about, and then we do one paragraph per bubble. The first one which Sam came up with was his appearance. So we talked about his hairstyle, his clothing, every aspect of his appearance really. Then we talked about the way he was dressed, and I got her to look at similes. Can you use a simile here? If you had to turn his face into an animal, what would it be? This cracked her up. Yes, we had a little bit of fun with making fun of Mr. C. She decided if he were an animal, he'd be a rat. And clearly you don't want to teach children that age to disrespect their teachers and be rude, but at the same time I think you can have some harmless fun. And I already know enough about Sam to know that this won't go in the wrong direction. So we had some fun. She came up with some similes. Then we broadened it out to his mannerisms, and I introduced the word mannerisms to her. What do you call? So we labelled the bubble mannerisms. Now she's getting the word mannerisms and she's having to use it. And she spontaneously said, "Oh, he keeps walking from side to side," and then she said, "Like a crab." So she came up with and it really, I find these things genuinely amusing, and if a child her age with her background can see that an adult is really engaged and amused with something she's saying, that's a good thing. That really fills her with good things. So we move forward from there to look at. I said to her, "Have you read Wimpy Kid? Have you seen the films?" She had. She's got some books and she's read the films, and I said, you could write it in the style of Wimpy Kid, couldn't you? And we talked about cheese touch, and we, just spending time in her mind in the lesson in that stuff is a great way to spend a a tuition lesson after you've come out of school. It's fun. They like that stuff. So we took it forward from there, and she was really energized, and she made a good mind map, and I think that she will do a much better job of writing the essay. We'll see. Even if she doesn't, she had a good experience, and this is what I keep coming back to with challenging. Well, they're all challenging in different ways. With private tuition, you know, they've come home from school, they've done a day's work, and then this old bloke shows up and they have to do some more. I need to keep that appealing. I need to keep it positive, and I need to keep them feeling that they want to come back for more, they want to try harder, and that there's something in it for them. And you can say, you know, this is all for you, and your dad is paying, and like that, but that's asking too much of a 12-year-old to fully integrate. So give them some fun experiences, relate things as far as you can into the world that they know and move around in, and things go better. And that one was a really good lesson. I think we both enjoyed it a lot.